hell up. Ain't nobody trying to hear that either.
Uh-oh,
Okay.
here it
Here's the
comes.
bottom line.
Here he comes with the black exploitation talk.
What you went to last, Marcus, when you talked about Kyrie Irving has earned over $200 million in his career, probably more. Here's the reality. That's really why you're taking this position. You see, this is the kind of stuff that annoys me. And I remember
Lord.
I've said this on numerous occasions when people were talking about, you got players that come into the league and they talk about keeping it real, being authentic and all of this other stuff. And I remember when one player, I brought up how he rolled up in the draft. And you rolled up in the draft, you had on suits and your hair was cut just nice and you were looking sharp as hell and the whole stuff. Why? Because you were trying to get your money. Then once you got your money, now you want to tell everybody about being real. And
Lord.
potentially compromising their bottom line because you no longer have to be concerned about yours. See, that's where the selfishness comes in here.
Lord, family. Let me play this back for the Negroes. This is a great teaching moment because this shows you in 2021 slavery is still alive. Negro minions, coons, and tap dancers are still alive and well. Let me play that back. Listen to this coon talk. This is coon talk, family. Hold
Kyrie
on.
Irving has earned over $200 million in his career, probably more. Here's the reality. That's really why you're taking this position. You see, this is the kind of stuff that annoys me. And I remember
It annoys him.
I've said this on numerous occasions when people were talking about, you got players that come into the league and they talk about keeping it real, being authentic and all of this other stuff. And I remember when one player, I brought up how he rolled up in the draft. And you rolled up in the draft, you had on suits and your hair was cut just nice and you were looking sharp as hell and the whole stuff. Why? Because you were trying to get your money. Then once you got your money, now you want to tell everybody about being real and potentially compromising their bottom line because you no longer have to be concerned about yours. See, that's where the selfishness comes in here.
Okay, let's break this down because this is what slavery and Negro minions and niggas who are on the plantation. Is there a plant? Where my up north family? Is there a plantation still alive and well up north? Okay, in the Jersey, New York area. I think they film out of Bristol, Connecticut. Is there a plantation that didn't get that damn Emancipation Proclamation papers yet? Lord have mercy. This nigga said he is selfish for doing what he's supposed to do. Family, here's a little news flash. You're supposed to go into an establishment, go into a corporation, go into a job, get your paper, stack your paper, and be able to move independent of them if they do something you don't like. That's what you're supposed to do. That doesn't make you selfish. That doesn't make you selfish. See, for the Negroes like Stephen A. Smith, they have the mindset, well, Massa paying me a lot of money, so that means he owns me. That means when he says jump, I got to jump. But Lord, he paying me all this money. Huh? When Master say take that stab, I'm gonna take that stab because he paying me all this money. Then you have individuals like us, like the Kyries of the world, who say, yeah, Master paying me all this money, but I'm gonna stack this money and use it to buy my freedom paper so I can move independently and do my own thing. Negro, that's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do, family. He's not selfish because he used them how they used him. Huh? This man made over $200 million in the league. He was supposed to stack that money, put it in assets, put it in investments. So if the day comes where he had to walk away from the game, he'll be better off and he can move independently. But according to Negroes like Stephen A. Smith, if they pay you a lot of money, that means they own you. This is a slave mentality, family. This is a slave mentality. If somebody pays you all that money, you're supposed to do whatever they say do, even if it's outside the realm of what they're paying you for. They don't pay Kyrie to get the stab. They don't pay him for that. They pay him to play basketball. What he does with his personal life, what he accepts, that's him. That's him. That ain't got nothing to do with the money he makes. But see, for Negroes like Stephen A., they're for sale, family. You dig? They're for sale. That's amazing. I've never heard nothing like that. I take that back. I have heard something like that. But the audacity for these coon Negroes to say something like that on TV. And he's trying to be intellectual with it. He's selfish now. And like I said, this happened during enslavement, family. You had Negroes who used to try to stack their money. They get money. We get some paper. We working jobs. We saving up our coins for our freedom papers. And you got niggas on the side hating. No, why you stacking? Why you trying to buy your free? Why you trying to run away? We're better than what we got here. Master he done gave us all this food, all these butter biscuits. What's better than what we got here? You just need to fall in line now. You need to fall in line. This is coon talk. Okay? This is real. And see, we got the game messed up, and this is one of the side effects. This type of talk is one of the side effects of integration. This is one of the side effects of integration. I respect Dr. King. I love Dr. King because I believe Dr. King was doing what he thought was best at the time. But understand this, family. Integration harmed us more than it helped us. We got to go ahead and call that spade a spade. It harmed us more than it helped us. Because, see, it used to be a time before the 60s where Black people, we looked at a job, we look at work as a way to get our coins up so we can independently go and do our own thing. Because remember, we couldn't go into white grocery stores. We couldn't go into white restaurants. Okay? We couldn't depend on white people to do for us. So we had to take our little money that we get from them, use it, save it, invest it, buy lands, buy different things in order to build our own. So we can own it and control it and not be dependent upon them. But now in 2021, the mentality for many Black people is the Stephen A. Smith mentality. You go to the job, you work at the job now to be comfortable. You don't work at the job now to take their little wealth and resources and multiply it into your own shit that you control and own. No, people go to the job now to be comfortable. Okay? To sit there, trick off their little money on the weekend and just come back and sell their labor the next week. That's what the Stephen A. Smith does. See, these Negroes don't stand for nothing. Nothing, family. They believe because somebody pays me a lot of money, they own me now. Now I have to sacrifice my morals and principles for a basketball game because massa paying me. We got to get off that mentality, family. This is why I tell all my brothers and sisters, man, listen, you working a 9 to 5, you need to be learning the ins and outs of your 9 to 5. Learning how they run business, how they do business. You need to be taking your coins you make from your job and trying to put it in assets that's going to multiply your wealth. We talked about that earlier in the strategies of war. You dig? Multiple streams of income. You need to be investing. So when the day comes that they say, listen, man, Brother Chase, we need you to take that stab. Brother Chase, we need you to put on this dress. You got FU money. See, our brother Kyrie has FU money. He has FU money because he was smart and strategic with his money. He went out here smiling in white folks' face, believing the BS that they push. He went out here doing that. He was out here saying, listen, man, let me stack my coins. Let me put it on the side. Let me make these smart investments. I'm making all this money. So when the time comes, because it's always going to come, family. Let's be clear. When you're working at that corporate society, they got to buck break you, especially if you're a Black man. When that time comes, I can walk away and refuse the buck breaking because I've saved up my coins. I've invested my coins and I made smart moves. That's what you're supposed to do. That's not being selfish. That's being strategic and smart.